This is a guy who we all know was extremely talented, a guy who produced. He's also the smartest businessman we've seen in the NFL for what he was able to do off the field as far as contracts are concerned. Darrelle Revis has a skill set. That skill set is no longer an island, right? He's not the cornerback that you put one-on-one with the team's number one receiver and expect him to shut him down. But he can do things. Will Darrelle Revis play under a price tag you're comfortable with as a team? Stephen A., it felt like every Monday after the Steelers games, I had to listen to Stephen A. get at me like I was coaching the defensive backfield of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But you have Davis, who came along as a strong safety, who was a rookie last year out of Maryland. Mike Mitchell's strong at safety. But at the cornerback position, at the nickel position, you have Will Gay, who was experienced, but the rest of those guys are not experienced or accomplished. So if you can get a Darrelle Revis, a hungry Darrelle Revis, a Darrelle Revis that is in shape, and add him to your team for the right price tag, you definitely take him if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers.
But, okay, so I'm going to defer to Ryan on this. Yeah. Is there a right price tag? Because you said if he has hunger. That's a huge caveat.
No, it's huge.
You also said he's a smart businessman. So if I understand his contract correctly, he gets $6 million guaranteed from the Jets, whether or not he sits on his couch or he attends a training camp. So in other words, he gets $6 million for nothing.
Right.
In order to make more money playing football, he's got to get a contract above that. Whoever he plays for will be free if it's anything under $6 million. And by the way, the going rate for 30-something-year-old cornerbacks seems to be around 5 at the most. I mean, we're looking at Brandon Carr, Mo Claiborne range. This is not a guy who's going to be playing football for business next year. So is he motivated to saddle up and learn how to play safety for free?
Well, here's the thing. I don't necessarily think you have to play him at safety. Right now, Darrelle Revis is at a point where you can move him around. You can play him in the nickel. You can put him in dime packages on tight ends who can split out and do different things. I think he has to be hungry. He has to be willing to play football, not just make money.
In the present NFL, with all those 5 receiver sets, you need depth in your defensive backfield, and insofar as he represents that, Revis represents that for a team, he still has value, veteran leadership, I get all that. But it's a corner-rich draft. If he winds up costing more than he should somehow, he's old. You know, he's not, he can't, it's not like you got Darrelle Revis one-on-one, even with the third best receiver, who nowadays is a crazy athlete, right? Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily a good thing, and he at best can be your third best corner. So I understand he does have some value still. I don't know if it's for Pittsburgh, who really needs help there, and I prefer them if I was a Steelers fan, I'd like to see them go out and get that in the draft.
Well, I think you get it in the draft, but if you can address a spot with Darrelle Revis, and Will's pointed out the going rate for cornerbacks of that age, I think you try to do it. You don't do it at the behest of your organization, but you do it the best way you can to make sure this team is competitive in that position, because your window is closing with a great back, a great receiver, and also a future Hall of Fame quarterback.
I'm Max Kellerman. Thanks for stopping by. Before you go, hit the button below to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of me taking down Stephen A. Smith.